Hello folks, it's Dylan from Alternate Universes here to commentate another round of Modern. Today we have Spencer Williams on Bant Blink, but not like Aspiring Spike Stack, a little bit different, versus David Right Nower on Obosh, Boros, Midrange, or Brobosh, or Bobosh. Whatever Krista wanted me to call it when she was playing this deck and was on an undefeated streak. And that's what David's playing. Basically, Krista's deck. I don't know if there's any differences. But all the usual offenders are here. But we'll see, as the games go on, what all happens. And what all gets played. There's a gnat, I think, flying around my microphone. And I keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye. And it is bothering me.
Gasoline.
How are you all doing today? I'm doing very medium. My coffee does not taste the greatest. And I forgot to cut this to right before the first lane.
What, do you have perfect information on like the top 7 cards in my library right now?
As I usually do.
Away and then
he's got skills.
Let's talk random things. When this is posting? This is the third round. So this posts on Saturday.
Yeah.
Currently, if everything goes to plan, I should be at the Wilmington location for the RCQ that we're hosting for Pioneer. I'm not playing. I am probably recording. If something goes wrong with the recording, maybe I'll be playing. Hopefully not, though. I don't know Pioneer for the life of me, which will be entertaining when I commentate Pioneer. Alright, so I kind of
I was talking with my opponent. I was saying, like, what if your opponent
alright,
wrote down a
it looks
list
like we
of
are right
cards
at our
and you
first
just
land
put
drop.
them in order, like you just continue to draw into them.
There's a Marsh Flats passing the turn. I think Spencer was signaling something to me. There's a Misty Rainforest. A gorgeous expedition Misty Rainforest. The only time I've ever been tempted with foils and magic are for those expeditions. Gorgeous cards. Alright, there's a Tap Sacred Foundry. Now, if you don't remember the Obosh deck that Krista was playing for a little while, we do have other videos of it on our camera, as well as of Krista playing the deck. And it's cool. There's a lot of really cool interactions in it. You just get good value out of everything. There's Ephemerate, Seasoned Pyromancers, the Evoke Elementals in their respective colors, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which gets absurd value with a lot of things in the deck. Have you ever just wanted to make a copy of Fury every turn? It's really good. There's Vagabonds, there's Bolts.
He's straight up like singing, drops a note, and he
Actually,
disappears.
I don't remember if there's Bolts or not. And if you want to watch a deck about Obosh Boros Midrange, we have it on the channel as well, with the mastermind who created the deck. There's a Magus of the Moon. I don't believe that was in Krista's main board. And there's a counterspell.
Good.
Luckily for Spencer, because I don't know if he'd be able to play through a Magus in game 1. There's a Wall of Omens. We're going to draw a card. There's a Basic Forest. Passes the turn. Yeah, so I said this is like the Spike deck, but isn't, because Spencer's not playing Collected Companies. And he's made a couple other conscious decisions for what he would rather play in exchange for other cards. Like he has counterspells on the main board. I think those directly just replace the CoCos in the deck. I think it's just a 4/4 exchange. But there's a couple other things. There is what the hell? It's a Azorius card from Streets of New Capenna. It's like something Magpie, I think. I don't know if it comes up in the match, but I know he plays it because I've seen it. It's like Lagrella the Magpie, I'm pretty sure is the name of the card. Yeah, so it's Bant, not Azorius, and it is a 2/3. When she enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until Lagrella leaves the battlefield. When an exiled card enters the battlefield under your control, this way, put 2 1/1 counters on it. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's done much for him. I know I think we talked about it last week. There's an Ice Fang Coatl. David's just been playing lands. Spencer, not so much.
Resolves. Trigger happens.
Right, draw a trigger for that.
Still on my turn. Sure. Solitude it.
Right, taps 5 for a Solitude. Exiles the Ice Fang Coatl.
Draw.
It's 11 a.m. here. I have to think about what I'm going to do for lunch today. As a Flood Strand passes the turn. Collecting Company in this deck, I feel like it's essential. The more and more that I watch Spike play, I know I've talked to Spencer about it, and I know he seems underwhelmed by it. But there's a lot of really good cards that you can hit. Like hitting the walls alone is still pretty solid, right? Because it's a draw 2.
Thank you.
Soul Herder, fantastic card to hit off of it. Knight of Autumn, really good. Like the way the sideboard is constructed is you can hit a lot of really good stuff off of it, as well as the main board.
Get one elemental. I'll have my token.
I would say Spike's version I think is more mid-rangey. Spencer's is a little bit more on the control end. There's a Seasoned Pyromancer coming out here.
I went out to get my card and get this.
Unfortunately, we did not have tokens on hand for David to use,
You discarded 2? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
which was me dropping the ball. Not gonna lie to you.
Drawn 2. What's happening?
I do strongly dislike when people use dice as tokens.
Pass.
There's 2 Ephemerates in David's hand.
Go to 14.
That's a pretty good hand.
Before I finish, I'm gonna cast all
Green white Eldamri's Call.
Oh yeah.
I have to get old border or original Eldamri's Calls. That's right. I've been like
Your deck. Huh.
just trying to upgrade 4-color
One of those things
to
you
like
don't
the
see, like,
version
you know,
of the cards that I want, and I keep forgetting that Eldamri's Call
Usually I
has
pay
a
Rhinos, but I'm just kidding.
OG printing besides Modern Horizons 1.
It's a good one.
You got 2 cards?
Yeah.
I very much intend to play the CoCos version of this deck after SCGCon Baltimore, because I'm playing in the team event there, and I will more than likely just be playing 4-color.
Okay.
This is the deck I've been playing for a little while now, and I enjoy it.
Resolves. I'm going to choose to stack it so it's sack trigger, exile trigger. We'll resolve first.
Spencer, stacking the trigger so that the ETB is on top of the evoke.
In response, I'll ephemerate myself.
ETB targets the Solitude. Ephemerate in response to the Solitude. I'm going to ephemerate that Solitude.
So still in response. There we go.
Sure.
I'll ephemerate. My Solitude again.
David is going to then ephemerate
So
his Solitude a second time.
So Solitude gets that flickered.
yep.
Yep. This will go to exile.
It's going to ETB, exile the Solitude that Spencer was trying to ephemerate.
Yep.
And that means one of the ephemerates for David will not have a target to resolve on.
Yeah.
Spencer's ephemerate will also not resolve, and then, you know, Solitude also not resolve because its target is gone.
Your ephemerate. The second one will fizzle. That one will fizzle, go to the yard. Mine will fizzle, go to the yard.
I feel like Ephemerate Wars are, if you ever played the Dragon Ball game, very similar to Bad Ring Laser Wars.
I'm going to Prismatic Ending.
Here's your different card game reference of the day. For the Prismatic Ending for 3, exiling that Seasoned Pyromancer.
And I'll pass the turn.
Seasoned Pyromancer is a card that I just like always want to play. And I'm never like fiending for it. Like I'm never like, oh man, dude, this card's so broken. It's just like, oh, I want to play with this card. I want to do it. I want to discard and draw 2 cards. I want to copy it with my Fable the Mirror Breaker and make a second one and draw 2 more cards and replenish my hand and do all this.
Rebound trigger?
Nope.
Because this deck's cool, man. If you have not checked out Obosh, Brobosh, Midrange, and you're looking for a new, fun mid-range deck to play, I definitely recommend it.
Combat.
Yep. Take 4.
Alright, attacking in here with an Elemental and a Solitude for 4 damage, putting Spencer to 13. David's going to gain 3, go to 24.
I'll return bring Obosh to my hand.
Sure.
Tapping 3 here to put Obosh in his hand. Plays a tap down to the Bugbear. Now, if you don't know what Obosh does, its companion quote-unquote restriction is that every permanent or every card in your deck that's not a basic land must have a CMC of or an odd CMC. I almost said 3, and it's definitely not 3. It's an odd CMC. And then when it is on the board, whenever a source with odd CMC would do damage, that damage is doubled. So Bolt does 6, Fury does 8. In total, and then when Fury attacks, it does 12. So it's really good with a lot of the stuff in the deck. Now, it doesn't work on tokens. Tokens have a CMC of 0. I don't know if copies are the same way. I don't know. Do copies have a CMC of 0, or do they copy the CMC of whatever whatever you targeted? It's actually interesting. We're gonna give Obosh a read here while I look up. What is the CMC of a copied card?
Yep.
Okay, so tokens wouldn't.
Nope.
Gotcha.
When copying an object, the copy acquires the copyable values of the original object's characteristics, and for an object on the stack, choices made when casting or activating it. Targets back with kicked, and so on. The copyable variables. Are the values derived from the text printed from the object, that text being name at a cost. Okay, cool. Yes, it does copy the CMC.
Card
3.
Fury.
Sure.
Comment.
Take 3. Go to 9. Go up to 20.
Mana cost is a copyable value. Good to know. Speaking of Fury. Alright, Spencer's going to scoop it up. David will take game 1, and we will be right back with game 2 in just a second, folks. I think I hypercutted it. There we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
We're going to lead on a windswept heath. It's very weird. Windswept heath is... I play 4 of it in the deck I'm currently playing in Modern, and I've played 4 of it in multiple other decks. I always forget it exists. There's a turn 1 Ragavan by David. Wonder if Spencer will have the answer for it. Prismatic ending, probably.
Next ban list. What do you think?
Ah.
Yorion.
Actually,
I don't know if
Spike's deck,
Omnath
does
gets
he
banned.
play?
Yorion might get banned. I mean, it's just like
I think Yorion is
not.
good.
I think they kind of just hate partners.
They hate Canadians.
potentially watching his most recent upload
They
while rendering things. I don't think
I agree.
Spencer has noble hierarchs in his deck either. And I wonder how many walls he's on.
Kahira versus. Yeah.
Arguably a better deck just because of the
2 Ewits,
Right.
cut the time warps.
Honestly, I feel like Modern's gonna
3.
go
Okay, 3.
before there's another
He just trimmed one of them.
It's gonna be a while.
the only argument
I have to see what cards I need for this deck.
They didn't last
There's like
time.
random things I don't know.
saying the only argument
Like
definitely don't
literally,
really like
literally,
all of
Ragavan
Bosses.
Delver was like the top deck, and they
Though I
still
probably
just said
should, actually, thinking about it. It's for Modern Horizons 1. I have Modern Horizons 1 bulk here somewhere. There's a prismatic ending on that.
it being
Ragavan.
means they might do something. If it were a legacy format,
Plays a tap Sacred Foundry, passes the turn. Sacred Foundry is also just like the shock land that I forget that exists all the time, which doesn't compute with like Windswept being the fetch that I forget about. And especially because like I play Modern, Bird is very big in Modern, at least in my area. All right, 3 mana Fable the Mirror Breaker. We're gonna make a 2/2 Goblin Shaman.
Just use against this. 2/2 guy. So it's red. Pass.
It really is a $10 token.
I'll keep. Okay.
Absurd. This is so. Oh my god. This TCG player listing has and it quotes says Goblin Shaman token, new pack fresh, PSA 10 gem mint quality card.
The fairy daddy.
Can you even grade a token? There's a tiny die there to represent the 2/2 Goblin Shaman.
shock out of 15.
Yep.
Pain.
Game 2, I will get one.
I'm leaving Sally. Just text me.
All right. I'll let you know.
All right.
Here you go.
Oh. Decides to just pass the turn here.
I'll draw. I'll add a counter. Trigger. Cards.
4.
God, Indomitable Creativity's $15
Start 2.
now.
Sure.
Draw 2.
Pain. So much pain.
1.
Trapped 2 ability of the Fable the Mirror Breaker is we're going to draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards.
dash.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Before attacks.
Yep.
Cast Solitude, pitching Soul Herder.
Pitching.
Soul Herder.
What's
It's
this?
Door of Destiny.
I don't know what this
It
is.
flickers a thing every end
The
step.
only big thing I
Whenever
have to buy
creature
for
is
this deck
exiled
is
from the
Time Warp.
battlefield, at the beginning of the end step, you may exile another character you control never turn. Spicy. Okay.
So I'm going to choose Sack Exile. I'm going to choose the Exile trigger targeting your Regiman. With the Sack trigger still on the stack, I'm going to cast Ephemerate. Targeting my Solitude.
Okay.
Solitude Ephemerate here.
Yeah.
Flicker Exile there.
Yep.
Gets rid of the token.
After that resolves, I'll just Solitude pitching.
Sure. Game 3, go to 18.
Yep. Second trigger, dies. Pass turn.
I'm sorry. Untap, keep draw. Pass turn.
And a turn. Attack. Keep. Draw. Trigger. Get the stupid sleeves. I gotta switch this evil sleeve around.
Oh, that seems like
It's
that seems like a
horrendous.
mistake right there. That's
Horrendous.
when you need to have like the
Feels
extra
gonna flip
copies
over.
in your
Yeah, I
box
know. I
just
do.
to pull it
I
out.
didn't come prepared.
Now it does have Summoning Sickness, because it's exiled then returned to the battlefield, not transformed.
And this is summoning sick right now, right?
Yeah, I can't do
Okay.
anything until next
Gotcha.
turn. Yep. Two cards in hand. Another one.
Counterspell.
Yep. Yep.
You're good.
Land.
Okay, plays a land for turn.
1, 2, 3. Answer.
Sure.
Discard 1.
Yep.
Draw 2.
Yep.
Season Pyromancer, discard 2, draw 2. Honestly, the thing I like about this card too is the fact that like you could just discard 0 and still draw 2 cards. Effects like that I'm just a fan of. They're very simple, but I like them.
I'm gonna copy Season Pyromancer.
Sure.
So.
Paying the mana.
What's that?
You have to pay mana for that. Just ask you what mana you're paying with it.
Oh.
You're good.
Okay, pay to 1. Copy it.
Enter triggers.
And then discard 2 more.
Yep.
Here's draw 2.
Yeah. You should have 3 total, right?
3. Yeah, 3 draw. Because 1.4
Yep.
there.
And then you
Draw
got a hasty one.
2. And the hasty guy.
Fable's gonna copy that Season Pyromancer, effect's gonna trigger, gonna make a copy.
This.
Yeah, just the 2.
So
Again, dice, pain.
Take 2. Go to 16.
Haste guy goes away.
Yep.
Play on land. So you pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Keep draw. Play land.
Yep.
Cast Rag Tusk.
What version of Time Warp do I buy?
Use battlefield. You have 3. Yep.
I think I took 2.
Oh,
there,
the
so I
pretty
should
ones
be
are
going
$30.
From 16 to 20.
Huh.
Yeah, 21. Yes, sir.
Crack.
Oh no, why am I gonna do this to myself?
What do you I have his life
Right.
total at 20. I think I missed
Actual
2 fetches
pain.
so far. So, what do you have?
There's a Thragtusk, baby.
Oh, I
Thragtusk
didn't
ETB,
solve
gain 5 life.
I forgot you saw it on my thing.
Honestly,
I should
pretty
have
cool to
put
blink when
I didn't get
I didn't think about it, and then you played it, and I was like, why the hell is he playing Thragtusk? But if you Soul Herder, like blink it, you gain 5 life and you get a 3/3 every time.
So you saw it through
I'm
the
pretty sure
Because I saw through the token and
when
the
it
I didn't
leaves
take
the
any left in
battlefield.
Salted, that's why. Okay. I'm dumb.
You're good.
guess I should.
Good catch.
Yeah, when it leaves the
yeah.
battlefield, you put a 3/3 green beast
I don't
creature
think I'm
token
playing
on the
the game.
battlefield.
After that, it's like
And
it's
I'm
gonna get to
here
a
for
point where I
that,
either
you
have
know?
enough or I don't have
Oh, I
enough.
forgot there was a
But it
Secret
was-
Lair version of
it's a
Thragtusk.
good catch.
I'm here for a reason.
Play Magic properly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, me.
Don't cheat.
Especially me.
And if you're gonna cheat, do it well. Don't get caught.
Deflecting Pommel Worm Coil engine. Didn't hear about that?
Wait, doesn't that? Oh, but they gain the life off of the deflecting.
Yeah, so what happened was it was an RCQ. Guy attacked the Goblin guy. Trying to play a blocker with Worm Coil.
Oh, yeah.
Worm player tried to deflecting Pommel the Worm Coil, saying it did the damage.
Wait, doesn't it deflecting palm only work on damage dealt to you? Angle shooter.
Yeah.
Play giver.
Sure.
Make a copy of Pyromancer again.
Sure. Trigger.
Trigger. Yeah, I know. Pay 1 for the trigger.
It ain't Kiki Jiki.
Yeah.
It's only a mere
discard,
copy.
discard 1.
Sure.
Nothing, draw 2.
Yep.
Swing with the haste guy and 3 1/1s.
I'll block one of the 1/1s.
Okay.
Take 4.
Take 4.
Going to 17.
Main. Okay.
There's a Giver of Runes. Every turn, just being able to make a copy as a Seasoned Pyromancer, refresh and draw 2 cards, and then having
Doesn't make any count.
a 3/2 or a 2/2 that you can attack with is so solid.
You got 1 card.
Oh, buy Obosh.
Sure.
Alright, it's going to buy Obosh for the hand.
Sure.
Yep.
Keep drawing. So these are tapped. This guy's up.
Yep. These are down. This guy's up. This guy's up.
Go to attack.
Okay.
Attacks into that Thragtusk. More than likely going to hit for 5.
I'll take 5.
18. Play land. Fetch.
Pushing David down to 18.
16.
He's going to fetch here.
Good.
Cast Time Warp. Target myself.
Yeah.
5 mana Time Warp.
I thought that was coming.
Take an extra turn.
I'll keep drawing. You go.
Unfortunately, does not get anything good from the Time Warp draw. Or Time Warp turn draw. Imagine David plays out the Obosh here. Sideboarded a Relic Progenitus in, that's interesting. It does deal with the Eternal Witness combo, which is pretty sweet.
Two, three, four, 5. Obosh.
Sure.
Alright, plays out Obosh.
Relic.
Sure.
Plays the Relic Progenitus out.
Make copies of Pyromancer. Main 1.
Sure.
Makes a copy of the Seasoned Pyromancer.
Discard 1.
Make to discard an Ephemerate, draw 2 cards.
Yeah, I didn't really need things.
Make
'cause these
another
are untapped.
elemental.
Some things these are not. So the trigger
We have
draw
2 active elementals and 1 with Summoning Sickness.
One of these you get 3/3.
True Fury, red card.
Thank you.
One card in hand.
1 card.
Give this season Pyromancer Pro Green.
The real one or the token?
The real one.
Activates Giver on
Pro green. You don't
token?
choose it. Never mind. You have targeting there.
combat.
Yep.
Both of these and both of these. So
Attacks in with both Seasoned Biomancers and 2 Elemental tokens.
Right.
Yep.
So we got two 2/2s and a 1/1, 2 1/1s.
Yep.
Block the 1/1s, take 9.
Yep. And double. Yep.
Okay. Take 9, going to 7.
I'm not sure why both tokens went away.
And you should still have a token. One tap
token.
token.
Yep.
No. You have one tap token and one untap token.
Okay. Yeah. So this one's tapped. This one's untapped.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, 1 tapped Elemental,
that
1 active
camera?
Elemental.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I need
dice.
My, elemental tokens and they're in my car because I'm bad.
I've got an Eldamri's Call here. And I can't see the other card in his hand. He could have Eldamri's Call for Soul Herder. It's a land. Alright.
Cast
I was
Eldamri's
like, you
Call.
could have Eldamri's Call for Soul Herder. Play out the Soul Herder. Instead, blink the Thragtusk. Gain 5 life. Get a 3/3.
That guy's really good. Yeah, this is a pretty brutal. We're at what, 7?
Grab Soul Herder. Cast Soul Herder.
Okay.
Soul Herder has fantastic art. Absolutely fantastic.
Move 10 set.
Yeah.
Flicker Thragtusk. 2 triggers or 3 triggers. Gain 5.
And step blink Thragtusk. Gain 5 life. Make a token.
Make a
Soul Herder
3/3.
gets a +1/+1 counter on it.
Pass.
Oh my god. So he is a
3/3.
and he's a
2/2.
2/2. Fury.
Sure.
Alright, 5 mana cast Fury.
So I'll do 3. I'll do 2 and 2.
Okay.
I'll make a
He
copy
could have
of
killed all 4
Fury.
things, or all 3 things, if he assigned 1 point of damage to the
Trigger.
Soul Herder, and then 2 and no, that's not how math works. But he made a copy of Fury, which then killed the Thragtusk.
Haste Fury. Yeah, and then that's a 3/3.
Yep.
Then I'll just evoke Fury, pitching this,
Right, plays a second Fury,
and I'll swing.
shoots down, attacks with everything, including the new Hasted Fury, and that is going to be game 2 going to David. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Do you think CoCos should be in the Bant deck?